Today we're going to be looking at how to draw the isometric scale. So the first thing that we need our starting point. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a horizontal line and then our starting point. Right, now we need a 30-degree angle, and we also need a 45-degree angle. 45-degree angle towards our starting point. Now, the 45-degree angle is for our isometric drawing that they will give us to draw. Isometric drawing. And then the 30-degree angle is for the isometric projection. Okay, now the first thing is, because they will give us, in our drawings, they will give us measurements based on the isometric drawing. So they will give you in orthographic projection, and then you have to plant the measurements on the isometric drawing. So on the isometric drawing, what we need to do is, we need to measure 10 millimeter difference. So our starting point, then that is our 10, our 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So what I usually do is, I prefer stopping at 100 millimeters. So at the end there, 100 millimeters. 100 millimeters, that's where we stop. Then we use a 90-degree angle to just draw them down. All of them, we're drawing them down. Those marks. Right, then because they will be giving us orthographic projections where our dimensions will be on the isometric drawing, right? So when we draw the isometric projection using the isometric scale, the measurements are going to be slightly smaller than the original. So therefore, this is our 0. If this is our 10, we are going to use the 10 millimeters on the 30-degree, which is your isometric projection. This is going to be your 20. This is going to be your 30. This is going to be your 40. This is going to be your 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So your original dimensions are here. However, we are going to use the isometric projection, which is going to be slightly smaller than the original. That is basically how to draw the isometric scale. Let me repeat that. When we start drawing, they will give us isometric drawing, basically meaning they will give us the orthographic, where we have to convert it into the isometric drawing. So we put the dimensions on the 45-degree angle. Okay, so this angle right there, 45 degrees. But however, we are going to use the 30-degree angle to draw our isometric, as we've been learning this from N1 and in N2. All right.